Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Angela Romero here with Superior Body Transformation and Ayurveda and a Superior Life. All right, so today is day 5 of 30 days of all things Ayurveda, Pilates, and anything health and wellness. So my focus is on mental imbalances with the doshas, including irritability, anxiety, and depression. So today we are going to be talking all things about Pitta. Yesterday we talked about the Vata dosha personality, and today we're going to be talking about the Pitta dosha. So just a quick revival or refresher, a quick refresher course. The dosha is the energy. So from the Panchamahabhutas, we've got Akasha or ether or space. Then we have Vayu or air. Then we have Teja, Agni or fire. Then we have Apa or water. And then we have Prithvi or earth. So Vata is space and air. And fire, what we're talking about today is fire and water. And then we will be talking about earth and water tomorrow. So today the energies of Pitta. So Pitta is, if you want to think about a flame, so think about the tip of a flame. That is the hottest part of the flame. So Pitta is the flame inside of our body. It's the heat. That's what keeps us warm. It's what digests our food. So it is our metabolism. It's our transformation, our digestion, and it's also our sense perception. So from our eyes, we think about heat being in our eyes as well. So it's our sense perception and how we perceive things that we are intaking from the outside influences. So we want to discriminate between, Pitta, sorry, I have my notes to help me. So Pitta helps us discriminate between the things that are right and wrong in our life. Okay, so it governs Agni. So if we, I spoke about Agni a couple days ago. Agni is in our digestion, or it's our digestive fire. So it's help what breaks down our food, and we want to keep our Agni nice and hot. So if we have a Pitta inside of our gut, we want to keep it as hot as possible. So that's what's assimilating our food and digesting our food. Vata pushes our food down. Pitta is what's cooking our food and transforming it. All right. So how do you know if you are a Pitta? So you may be Pitta. I have notes, but I'm just going to go off the top and then I'll look at my notes. You may be Pitta if you know precisely what you want. You get up early in the morning. You show up early to work. You have a set schedule. You leave on time. You show up on time. You want everything to be in a specific order. You want, you like structure. You like the orderly things. So Pitta people, they also get irritable when things are a little bit astray or a little bit awry. They get like, ugh, the inside of their bodies. Pitta people also, they put on a pretty good face in public, but to those closest to them are the ones that really get to experience the Pitta people. So they bring their Pitta out to those closest or to those they maybe don't know, because Pitta people are also the ones on the freeway or that are driving erratically and that just get crazy and they're like, and they want to, flip you off or whatever. So the Pitta people are the ones that are just, yeah. You might be Pitta if you go to the restaurant and you know precisely what you want to get. You might be Pitta if you're at a party and you speak to specific people. Instead of going to, like the Vata is going to bounce all over the room, the Pitta person goes, I'm going to talk to that person, good conversation. I'm going to talk to that person, good conversation. So very specific and precise on who they're going to talk to. They're still moving about, but not as much as the Vata person. The Pitta person, you may be Pitta if you experience acid reflux or indigestion, because that's the fire in you. You have so much fire in you that it's actually coming back out. You may be prone to skin rashes, redness in the skin. Let me see. Organized, structured, know what you want, leader. Oh yeah, you could always definitely, lots of Pittas are leaders because they're very structured. You're always on time, you leave on time. And you are easily irritated. So stress in the Pitta person comes out as irritation. So you just get pissed, angry, or irritated. It comes out like, ugh. So that's the Pitta person. How do you know if your Pitta is out of balance? So A Pitta is in balance when you maybe get irritated, but you kind of squash it pretty quickly. You know it's out of balance when you feel that fire coming inside of you and you just can't control it and you need to let that rage out. So that's when you know that your Pitta is out of balance. And you just kind of find yourself getting more frustrated, frustrated more often than you would normally get frustrated. So, or if you find yourself, you're like, every time you eat a meal, you have acid reflux or indigestion, that's when your Pitta is out of whack. If you have eczema a lot, or if your skin is breaking out in rashes, that's when you know your Pitta is really coming out. If you have dermatitis or something of that nature, that's your Pitta coming out. So let's see, impatient. Oh, if you get premature gray hair, or if you're losing your hair, that means you have a lot of Pitta in you. You wake up really early in the morning and you find it hard to go back to sleep. So that could be a Pitta imbalance as well. You find yourself to be an overly perfectionist. Like everything just has to be just right. So that is an overly obsessive disorder, basically, I would say, of the Pitta person. Sorry, I'm going to kind of sit up a little bit more. Okay. So we talked about a lot of stomach acid. The Pitta person, for your bowel movements, you may be experiencing loose bowel movements. So they're not forming together properly. They're just kind of like coming out, maybe like I call it cat poops. So, so not coming out all the right. So how do you balance your Pitta if you are out of balance? So you want to eat a little bit more cooling things, not necessarily raw foods, but maybe something, so more cooling foods like coconut is cooling. Grapes, black grapes are really great for the Pitta person. Sorry, when I look away, it helps me think. I'm like, okay, let me think. My brain is thinking. You want to, salty is good for you. You want to steer clear of all things hot. So no chili peppers. You don't want to have like lemons. You don't want to have red chilies. Did I just say that? I might have just said that. So nothing hot and red. So if you want to think like that indigestion stuff, you want to stay away from hot foods. Okay, that's what I mean. And think about where the food is grown at too. So if it's grown in a hot or very hot region, or really dry soil, that's something that's probably going to affect you as well. So when you're consuming the food, think about where it's grown, what it's grown in. Is it grown underground? Is it grown on top of the ground? Is it grown in a tree? These are types of things when you consume your food, no matter what dosha you are. If you're trying to balance a dosha out, you want to think about the properties of the food that's going into your mouth. That's including everything that's going into your mouth. All right. The Pitta person, if you're out of whack, you should allow yourself some leisure time, or even in general, a Pitta person should allow yourself put it in your schedule to leisure and just lounge and lay around and just go on a stroll in the park and just really observe nature and get back to your ground roots. Give yourself some time to do that. Regular meal time. So try to not skip meals. A Pitta person may be the meal skipper. Or the meal on time. So make sure your lunch is your biggest meal of the day and try to avoid it in the nighttime, which would help avoid that acid reflux. Things like milk and ghee would be good for the Pitta person. And oils that would favor for you would be like coconut oil, sunflower oil, and olive oil. Those would be good for the Pitta person because those are all cooling. Spices would be cinnamon, cumin, coriander, and the fennel, and cardamom. Those would all be good. So fennel is a really good for the Pitta person. If after you eat a meal, if you just chew on a couple pieces of fennel, it'll help kind of subside all of that acid and just help you with your digestion. So it'll help settle a stomach, an upset stomach. I'm sure there's so much more I'm forgetting about the Pitta person, but I'm sure I'll do plenty more videos on Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, as well as all of the Pancha Mahabhutas, a little bit more in detail. So as of right now, that's just a brief overview of the Pitta person. I hope you guys all have an amazing day or night or morning or whatever it is whenever you're listening to this. And until next time, peace and love, y'all. I will talk to you soon. Make it a great one and hope you have a superior life.